15.5. Check that out. Keep your fingers crossed. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you are watching Triple R Farms, and it is Thursday, September the 4th. And yes, I finally was able to cut corn yesterday afternoon for the first time in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. My combine has been broke down. If you haven't watched the videos before this one, my combine was struck with lightning and basically it fried everything electronically on my combine. But we were able to cut corn yesterday afternoon. Now we are not totally fixed, but we are able to limp, get out in the field and actually cut corn. So let me tell you what we got left to fix on mine, and then I'll tell you what's wrong with Dad's. His is down. So I got two things going on with my header. Once we finally got the combine up and running, we found out some more issues that they did not know about. One is this guy right here. This is what runs on the ground and gauges the height of your header. She's fried. This guy right here, which works your guidance. It feels the corn stalk on this row. It feels the corn stalks right here. And that's what guides the whole machine. She's fried. So the self-leveling sieves. That is this whole contraption right here. Your fan is all hooked to it. And it tilts whatever slope of the land is. It keeps your sieves level and your fan level. That actuator right there, we've got it unplugged. We had to manually go in there and level the sieves and the fan, and then we unplugged that actuator because it was cocked to one side. Tried to calibrate it and stuff, but it just would not work. So we had to level it ourselves in the cab, unplug that wire, and that's how we were able to run. We got two sensors, you can't see them, but there's one behind this frame right here, one on the other side they've got ordered. So when those come in, we'll put those on, and then hopefully that'll start working. In the meantime, while I'm running up in the cab on the display, I'm getting all kind of codes for this self-leveling. Sieves are not working right, unplugged, and it just goes off all day long. There's no way to get around it. And it blocks out your display, so I can't even see what all my combine's doing, the settings and all on the display screen. I can't see anything. It's nothing but code. So that goes on all day, which will give you a massive headache. Now let me show you what's going on with Dad's combine. This is the new Drago header that we bought for Dad's combine. Got a couple of things going on with it. We're waiting on some parts. We had a cover right here that goes on this gearbox. See that little round thing? There's another one right here, and that cover popped off, so we've got it wrapped up with a towel, duct tape around it to keep dirt and trash out of it. So here's what's going on back here. This motor right here, hydraulic motor that turns this fan, all this came loose. It broke and just fell apart, and it broke everything too. Bracket. That's a bracket that held it on. So it just fell off and was just dangling right here, and just tore up everything. So we got all those parts ordered. They should come in today, and then we just bolt this thing back on. The motor, I think, is fine. He had a problem with his actuator right here. Same thing on mine. This thing would not sit level. It was cocked to one side. So put a brand new actuator on. Then we also, just like mine, he's only got one sensor up under this cab that deals with that. Put that on the other day, but I cannot calibrate everything to see if we solve the problem till we get this fan put all back together, because in order to calibrate it, they want the machine running in threshing mode, wide open, and then you calibrate the self-leveling sieve. So can't do all that till we get all this put back together, but the parts should be in today. The Drago header, Dad absolutely loves it. We weren't able to get a 12 row. This is the only one we could find because we're on 36-inch rows, so that's very hard to find a header. So we had to get an 8 row instead of a 12, but Dad absolutely loves it. He loves the big auger. They've done a couple of upgrades. Deck plates are self-adjusting. You don't adjust them at all. They're spring-loaded. So that's something pretty neat feature, but yeah, there it is. We just need to get it in the field. So yeah, now y'all are up to date, but wow, we have had a struggle this year in the corn harvest. It is one like no other. Had to buy a new corn head. We weren't expecting to do that. My combine's been broke down for 3 weeks. We get this one running, it breaks down. Just one thing after another, but hopefully this afternoon, or for sure tomorrow, we should have both combines running, cutting some corn. So been a tough one this year though. Since they had to go in here and basically replace everything electronically on this machine, we've had to go in there and recalibrate every single thing. We've pretty much done all the threshing and cleaning stuff. All I have left is basically to do the moisture and recalibrate the yield. And I'm doing the moisture right now. I've already done it one time. It was off like 11%. So that's what I'm doing now. You got to cut like in between 3,000 and 10,000 pounds, and it'll tell you what it thought the moisture was, and you jump back there and we'll check it with our hand checker and enter in the actual. That is what we're doing right now. And here's all the codes and messages that I get all day long. It just completely blocks out the screen. Stop. Enter in actual. Tighten this baby up. So that's level. So we got 15.5. What I'll do is check it in 3 different spots, and then I'll take that average. .8. 15.5. Okay, I know this is hard for y'all to see. So I thought it was, the average was 17. We enter in the actual 15.6. And there's our error. So we'll probably have to do this one more time and then we should be good to go. Calibrate. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is morning glory. That's your worst nightmare in corn. It's just on this outside row. It was growing in the ditch right there, and then it climbed on that outside row and is trying to get to the second row. That's pretty typical for around the edges of the field. It's pretty much like that every year. That's where a drone would come in handy. If you had a drone to go around the edges of these fields and go down the ditches and stuff, that's where the problems are. But if I had a drone, that would be a great spot to use it. Guys, check out this. So I got two things in the mail this week from fans of our YouTube channel, and they're pretty neat. So I want to show it to y'all, so let's check it out. First one came in this box right here, and it is pretty cool. And this came from Huntsville, Ontario, Canada. Check that out. It is a wooden plaque with our logo on it. Isn't that cool? And I'm not gonna say his last name, but it's from Jim. He's got a nice little note on the back that was written on here. But isn't that cool? You can hang it up like on your wall. We'll probably put it in our office. But that is pretty neat right there, guys. So thanks, Jim. We definitely appreciate it. And he sent me a nice long note with it. That was very nice. So that was the first one. So the other thing that was sent to me, I don't have it with me because I've already handed it off to Roy. If y'all don't know Roy, he was a truck driver for our farm. He hauled everything for us, but he was in a really, really bad wreck with an 18-wheeler, and he is still in recovery, lucky to be alive. But anyway, he doesn't think he'll quite be back to help us this year, but he's shooting for next year to be back in the truck. But anyway, I had a listener by the name of Casey sent an envelope to me, and everything on the inside was for Roy. Had a nice little note for Roy, and he sent some money to help Roy in any way he could in his recovery. So that was really cool. I just gave that to Roy. I had him come up here this morning, and anyway, I handed it to him, and he read the note and all, and he was just grinning from ear to ear. He could not believe that somebody would do that. He was just blown away. So he wanted me to tell you thank you, Casey, and he really, really appreciated it, and that was one of the nicest things he said somebody's ever done for him. So that was pretty cool. So I thought y'all would enjoy that. Okay, so here is the plan for today. We got the 2 Case mechanics are coming this morning. All the parts for Dad's combine, my combine, they all came in yesterday afternoon, so they have all the parts to get us going on their truck, and they are on the way. So the plan is we're gonna try to get mine completely fixed first. Once we get it fixed and get it running, then they're gonna jump on Dad's and put all the parts on his and try to get his going. So there is a good chance that we might have both of them running today, but boy, that would be a great sight. So we're gonna fill them up with diesel, we're gonna fill them up with DEF, we're gonna clean the windows, sweep out the cabs, and just get them ready. And hopefully the mechanics will be here by then, and then they'll get to working on it. So we'll see what happens. Get back here. Where do you think you're going? You want to say something, Johnny? No. You want to say something? No. Got a gap right here I don't like. See that gap? A little crack, about that wide. Corn could try to get out of there, but I don't know. I don't know why it's not. I guess I'm gonna try to tighten these bolts up right here to make it pull up tighter. It is tight now. That's better. At least corn won't come out of there. That's good. All right, they got Dad fixed. He is completely back to normal. The self-leveling sieve gave him a little bit of trouble, but they finally got it calibrated, so he is good to go. Right now they're trying to finish up mine. They got a few little things they got to finish up, and then hopefully everything calibrates. If that works out, then we'll be good to go. We will be running with 2 combines today. Keep your fingers crossed. Not getting very good news on my combine. Still having trouble with the self-leveling sieve. Still having trouble with the guidance. Still having trouble with the height sensing. I think it's another sensor that's they found is bad. So no luck on the 3 things that they came to work on, but they do have it where I can go back to combining. There's a few things I can do. Number 1, I can drive. Number 2, I can work the header height. And number 3, the self-leveling sieve. Figured out how to go in there and level that baby, and then basically disable it where you don't have to unplug the wire and the alarm won't go off the whole time. So I could grab it right now and get to work, but since they already drove here for 3 hours one way, they've got a call out to whatever it's called with Case DTAC or whatever. They're waiting to hear back from them, so I'm just gonna keep letting them work on it this afternoon since they've already made the trip down. And anyway, hopefully they'll find out something by the end of the day before they leave. But yeah, Dad's running. That's a good thing. So everybody's working. I did bring my drone today, so why don't we go ahead and end the video with some cool drone footage. Hadn't done that in a while, so yeah. Thanks for watching another video with us, guys, and yeah, roll the footage. See y'all on the next one.